I think the problem is we're not holding self accountability. When I went to visit people in prison, I asked the warden, I say, why a lot of these guys here? Say 90% of the people here, it's because of drugs. And drugs is killing our people, man. And we're not holding ourselves accountable. So we like to blame it on everybody, but what about the big record companies? You point the finger at the Diddy's and all that stuff, but what about the Jimmy Iovine's and all these guys that you don't talk about? I've never seen nobody say nothing. They the ones who got the money. Think about it. Diddy the middleman to these big corporations, which he made a good life for himself, but I never see nobody angry or frustrated or nothing, because those guys should be helping. Those guys made billions of dollars. Diddy might have made millions, but he's still the middleman to the gateway. So I'm just disappointed at our culture that nobody never, you get angry and upset at these guys, but Diddy did what he had to do. So think about this. And Black Rob, I love him, man, and DMX, all these guys. And these guys are amazing talent. But that's what they wanted to be. They signed up to be talent. And so when that talent is over, that's why I'm doing this with my kids. Like, don't just be talent. You spend your money, because you sign up for something. It's like a deal. You sign that deal. Like when I sign that deal with them big companies, they don't care if I lose everything and go back to the hood.
That's right.
But nobody gonna say nothing about it. But if I sign the artist and then now they don't make it or they doing bad, you're gonna look, oh, that's your fault. No, you don't understand the process. A lot of these guys get greedy and they wanna go do their own thing. I let a lot of guys go. I've never said, you got to stay with me, I'm gonna break your leg or something like that. I'm like, no, man, you don't wanna be with me? It's like a relationship. Go on about your life. I let them go on. Most of those guys left me, and you can ask anybody that signed a deal with me that I never held them back. I never asked them for nothing. They went and did other deals. To this day, Snoop went on and did what he had to do. We got a great relationship. Some of the guys didn't do what they need to do. They angry and upset. You can't be angry or upset at something. How long you think a music career lasts? You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson went to the top and fell off before he died. So when he died, the stuff came back up. It's like DMX music went up 400-500%. That makes no sense. So a lot of these guys sitting around angry and upset, you can't blame Diddy or Jay-Z, because everybody gonna die. That's what y'all got to realize. Like, so stop figuring that part out. And if you get a hit song, if you need to go in the A&R and go find a job, go find a job. Don't just think that, if I just thought I could be Master P, the ice cream man, a music star forever, time go by. My kids, my album, 25 years old. My kids ain't even that age. So that's a long time. You have to figure something else out, and I think we just got to put our trust and faith in God, man, and use this. Like even the young artists right now, because they dying young, 19, 20 years old, you better start thinking about something else and how to last and survive. And I think that's what we're not doing, because I keep going back to is education and stop pointing the finger. So when somebody go to jail, so this I want to tell y'all, which we don't talk about, which is sad. If somebody go to jail, we always say free somebody. What about the family that lost their lives, or their kid that got killed doing this incident or whatever? So we got to start looking at that. We got to start saying, okay, it's two sides to every story.
That's right.
And so, the negativity that we're dealing with right now, we got to change that with positive, because even right now, I mean, we dealing with so much police brutality and it's crazy. But at the same time, go look at the numbers. I looked at a thing in Philadelphia where how many of us killing us? It's way more than that, but we don't want to talk about that because that ain't good to talk about. But what I'm saying, how we gonna educate us? How we gonna educate our kids? For me, having my kids walk out the street saying, you know what, don't just think you got rights. Your rights is to get home. Parents, we got to teach that to our kids. Because now we think we got our rights, so we ready to go turn up when the police pull us over. I'm not teaching that to my kids. The one right, if you go to jail, I can get you out. I want to get you home and we can figure it out. So that's the rights that I'm hoping that this generation get. And I hope that
that's the same thing my dad said. My dad's a retired police officer, and one thing he says, you can't win in the streets.
Yes,
you can't win. He said, you go to jail, I can get you home. We can fight after. But if you die,
well, I
can't do nothing with it.
You know what? Envy. We are ashamed of the truth. We don't want to hear the truth, and that's one thing about back in the days. Them older people tell you the truth. I'm gonna give you the truth, and I think that.